Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Saṃskṛtam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupidam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Vagartha Vivasam Praktau Vagartha Pratipattaye Jagatah Pitaro Vande Parvati Parameshwaro Yenakshara Samannayam Adhigamya Maheshwarat Kritsnam Vyakaranam Proktam Tasmai Paninaye Namaha Vakyakaram Vararuchim Bhashyakaram Patanjalim Paninim Sutrakarancha Pranatosmi Munitrayam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavagai Tejasvina Vadhitamastama Vidvishavagai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We will continue with the Sarvadhatuka Lakara declension derivation of the first Gana. We have seen the Dhatus in this Bhadi Gana, their declension, their formation, Anga formation with respect to Tibadi Pratyas, we have seen. And the last class we took on Dhatu, Mi Dhatu, which is Ubhayapadi, and we derived the forms in all the Sarvadhatuka Lakara. Now here, let me tell you without the sutra, the formation of the pratyas for Sarvadhatuka Lakara also. Already we know the pratyas, Tiptasti, Siptasta, Mipasmas, Ta Atamja, Tas Atamdam, It Vaki Vagin. These are the original pratyas from which the pratyas corresponding to the lakaras are derived. For lat lakara, ti tahanti, si tahata, mi vahamaha, for prasmipadi, and atmanepadi, te ite ante, se ite tve, ye vake make. Similarly for other lakaras, so lang lakara, etc. The original pratyaya is tiptasji, siptasta, vipasmas. So Now, what are the changes? What are the changes happen to the pratyaya with regard to the particular lakara that we will see? So let me put the topic as pratyaya nirmanam. Pratyaya nirmanam for different lakaras. Pratyaya nirmanam for different lakaras. So you have to remember the original pratyaya. Tip tasdi, sip tast, tast tasmas. From that we are going to derive. So now let us start from the latlakara onwards. From latlakara onwards, we will start. Let me put the original pratyaya here. The original pratyayas are so it is tip, tas, sip, tas, tha, then nip, was, mas. And here it is ta, atam, ja. Tas, atham, vam. Then takara is not the argument of it is the content. It, bagi, bagi. So these are the original pratyayas. Now let us decline pratyaya for latlakara. Latlakara. For latlakara parasmepadi, there is no change. For latlakara parasmepadi, tip tasdi, sip tas, tha with pasmas, the same. And we have seen the lakara in lakaras, all the lakaras. Lakara can be divided into tit lakaras, lakaraha, dvidaha, lakaraha, dvidha bhavati. What are the one is tit lakara, other one is nit lakara. Tit lakaraha, nit lakaraha. Tit lakara examples, lat lakara, lot lakara, lut lakara, lit lakara, let lakara, all are tit lakaras. And for git, lang lakara, ling lakara, lung lakara, ring lakara, all these are git lakara. So tit lakaras means takara is it letter. Takara is it letter. They call tit lakaras. Lat, lot. Since we are saying sarvadhartaka only, so these two are enough now. Lat and lot. Similarly, for git lakaras, git lakaraha, git we can write Sarvadhatuka tit lakaraha. Sarvadhatuka tit lakaraha. Similarly, Sarvadhatuka ngit lakaraha. One is lung, other one is ling. Vidhiling. So let, lot, lung and ling. So now lat lakara. For lat lakara, parasmaipadi, there is no change. So as it is in the original pratyaya, the rupama same. Tip plus D, sip plus ta, mip plus us. We can do like tip. Tip is Pratama Purusha Ekavachanam. Then it is Pratama Purusha Ekavachanam. Pakara being ita letter. So the content is T only. Similarly, thus becomes, it is taha, because sakara is padanta sakara, therefore it becomes visarga. Padanta sakara becomes ru, and then ru is repa, becomes visarga. So this is Dvivachanam, Pratama Purusha Dvivachanam. Then Pratama Purusha Bhagavachanam is G. What will happen to G? So here we can note G, that is Jakara. Jakara will be replaced by Ant. Jakara will be replaced by Ant. This is an Utsarga. This is Utsarga applied. Apavadas are there. Apavadas are there for Anadantanga. Apavadas are there for the ling, etc. But we will see. So apavadas are there. So Utsarga is Jakara replaced by Ant. So therefore, G will become, Jakara is replaced by Ant, therefore Ant plus E will become Anti. That is why we say Tip plus G means Titaha Anti. So this is, this you can note it as number one. Number one in Pratyaya Nirmanam, the rule involved here. Jakara is replaced by Ant. This is by the rule. Yontaha. Yontaha, by that it happens, Utsarga. So therefore Anti. Then Madhyama Purusha Dvivachanam. Madhyama Purusha Dvivachanam is Sip. So Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. And this Pratama Purusha Bhagavachanam. Here Sip is C. Takara being iterator, therefore it is C. Sarvadhataka Pit Pratyaya. Then Madhyama Purusha Dvivachanam, it is Taha. Visarga, Sakara becomes Visarga. Then Bhagavachanam, it is Tha. No change happening here. Tha remains as it is. Tha. Then Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam Mip. That becomes me. Then Uttama Purusha Dvivachanam Vas. Vas becomes Vaha. Padanta Sakara becoming Ru, and then becomes Repa. Then Vas becomes Vas, and Mas becomes Bhagavachanam, becomes Maha. So there is no change, big change happening in the Pratyaya Nirmanam for the Lat Lakara. The rule what we applied here to derive the pratyas for the lat lakara. There are not many much rules. There are only one rule. This is the only rule. Chakara is replaced by ant, becomes anti. That is the only rule. So there are no other rule. So therefore, it is same as the original pratyaya. Now, for Atmanepada, what will happen? This is for Parasmepadi, then for Atmanepadi. Atmanepadi. Context is Latlakara. Latlakara, Atmanepadi. What happens? Ta. You'll see one by one. Pratama Purusha, Ekavachanam. Ta will become Atmanepadi. For Atmanepadi, let me give the general rule. Lat Lakara, Atmanepadi. Lat Lakara, Lat being a Tit Lakara. It is a Tit Lakara. So, what will happen to Tit Lakara is Tit Lakara for Atmanepadi is the T letter. The T letter is replaced by A. What is T? Number one, T will be replaced by T is replaced by A. This is number one. What is T? T we have seen. What is T? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sanya.
Sanya, yeah.
Yeah, Sanya, but what is T? I mean, what does it mean?
Antyadach avayava.
Starting from the last H, right? Starting from the last H up to the end. Achontyadi. Achontyadi, Antya Ach Adi. Last Ach, we have seen T where in Sandhi, remember in the Shakandvadishu, Tivachyam, in Sandhi we saw Patanjali, how the word Patanjali is derived. There we saw that T becomes Lopaha. Get Patat plus Anjali become Patanjali. Remember that Sandhi?
Oh, yeah. We see that Manisha also, I think.
Yes, the Yengi Pararupam for that rule. Okay, let me show you. There we saw the Sanya. This Shakandvadishu, that Gana, that's the Shakandu, the word itself. Shaka plus Shakandu. The very word itself, this applied. So you can see the Sandhi chart under Yengi Pararupam. Yengi Pararupam, Pararupa Sandhi. There we saw this.
Yes, Sharanji.
Yeah, this is the one. The words belonging to Shakandvadi, Shaka plus Andu. Shakandvadi Gana, it's a group. Both the preceding T, what is T? Group of Varnas starting from the last H to the end. That's what I said, Achontyadi. The sutra is Achontyadi T. So T stands for the letters, the group of letters starting from the last H of a word. Suppose the word Pani, okay, let me take. Sandhi itself, the word you take, the word Sandhi, the T letter is E. Or Panini, if you take the T letter is E. Saṃskṛtam, if you take the word, the T letter is the last letter is Makara is the preceding letter is Akara. So starting from the last H up to the end. So that is T. So therefore T and the succeeding H will be replaced by Pararupam. Shaka plus Andu. Shaka plus Andu, the succeeding letter is Akara, preceding T letter. So the last letter is Akara. So A plus A will become A only. It will not become Savarna Dirgha, iti visa. Similarly, Manas plus Isha, the T letter is As plus E. So both T letter of the preceding and the aksha of the succeeding, both will be replaced by Pararupam. That is E here in this context. So Manas plus E becomes Mani, Manisha. Patat plus Anjalihi. Next example. At is the T letter, followed by A. At plus A will become A only. Therefore, Pata, Patanjalihi. Therefore, T letter, so T is group of varnas starting from the last H to the end. In our context, it is Pratyaya. Our context here, it is Pratyaya. So therefore, T letter, T means, you can note, it is group of varnas starting from the last H up to the end. It's called T. So that is replaced by A. So this is number 2. So Ta is the original pratyaya. This is applied for, this is a replacement of the T letter by A is applied for Tit lakaras. So you have to note, T will be replaced by A for Tit lakaras. Tit Atmanepadi. For Tit Atmanepadi. Patit Atmanepadi. This is a rule. Titaha Atmanepadanam Tere iti. That's a sutram. So therefore, the T letter is replaced by this. So this is this rule. Titaha Atmanepadanam Tere. That is a rule. So therefore, the T letter, we have to find out. We have to find the T letter and replace it by A. Here Takara is a Takara plus A. So the T letter is Akara. So that is replaced by A. Therefore, you get Te. That is why you have Te, Ite, Ante, Iti Rupam. So Te you have, this is the first rule. This is an example. So similarly for everything, you have to change. So therefore, Ta become Te. Then the next one is Atam. Atam. Prathama Purusha, Dvivachanam. What will happen for this? So Atam is, the T letter is, what are the T letters? Am. At plus Am. Therefore, Am is being the T letter, it is replaced by A. So therefore you get Ate. Right? So you get Ate. So Te Ate. Te Ate. What Anta we are doing? We are doing Adanta Anga. Therefore, for Adanta Anga, because Bhadigana is Adanta Anga, 1, 4, 6, 10. This is general. This is general. Te Ate Ante, Se Ate. We are going to see. For Adanta Anga, what will happen? Note, the particular rule is applied for Adanta Anga. For Adanta Anga, what is applied is this Atam is a Nit Pratyaya. It is Sarvadhatuka. What Pratyaya? Nit. To note this important. In this Tip Sip Mip is Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya. Everything else is Sarvadhatuka Apit Pratyaya. Nit Pratyaya. Sarvadhatuka Apit Pratyaya will be deemed to be Nit. Nit or Kit, doesn't matter. I said Kit before, now I'm saying Nit. Because we don't know what is Nit before. That is, since we know Kit, that's why I used the word Kit. But according to Sutra, it is Nit. So therefore, it is Nit. Sutra wise, it is Nit. Since we don't know what are Nit before, that's why, since we know Kit, therefore I use the word Kit. Sarvadhatukam apit Kitvat bhavati. If you ever check previous class, I would have used the word Kit. But really speaking, it is not Kit, it is Nit. Sarvadhatuka pratyas, which are not Pit, are deemed to be Nit. And the Nit pratyaya, Kit pratyaya, one more is the Git, Gakara, Kha, Kha, Ga, Gakara, third letter, Git pratyaya. These pratyas. And Sarvadhataka, not only Sarvadhatukas, it's Sarvadhatuka, Aradhataka, Kit pratyaya or Nit pratyaya, Git pratyaya follow, and the Karya will not happen. So now here, this tip, sip, mip being Sarvadhatuka, Pit, and the remaining everything is Sarvadhatuka, Apit. Therefore, they are Nit. So, when the Nit Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya follows, the condition is when the Nit Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya follows what? Our context is Adantanga. So, follows Adantanga, then what will happen? The Akara of the Nit Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya will be replaced by the Adesha, Adesha, Akara, the part of Nit Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya. That is, in our context, it is Ate. Ate is, you have to recognize Ate as Nit Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya. Maybe I will write. Ate is Nit Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya. It is Sarvadhatuka. Let me write. Ate is Apit Sarvadhatukam. Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya. So therefore it is Nit. Therefore it is Nit. Therefore, the Akara of Nit Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya, that is Ate, the Akara, this Akara is the letter Aka, which is immediately preceded by Adantanga, will take I Adesha. So therefore, what happens? This Atam, we have to continue. Since we are doing Adantanga, this is Utsarga. Atam will become Ate. Now for Adantanga, what happens? This Akara of this, it is replaced by, okay, up to this we have done Ate. So let me do from here. When it precedes Adantanga, then the Akara is replaced by here. Then Te. Understand up to this?
Yes, Sharanshi.
So, okay, let me, starting from Ate. Ate up to Ate already we derived, applying the rule. Now, what will happen to Ate? Ate is now Akara of this replaced by here. Then the next rule walks in here. This Yakara. The Yakara, when followed by Val letter, then the Yakara, what will happen? Becomes Lopaha. So, not only Yakara, Vakara. Here one more rule comes. What is that? That is Yakara, Vakara, followed by Val becomes lopaha. So therefore, this ate, what we derived here, that yakara is a yakara becomes lopaha. Therefore, it becomes ite. That's how atam becomes ate, ate becomes ite for adantanga. See again, atam is the original pratyaya, and since we are doing laktakara, atmanipadi, therefore T is replaced by A. T replaced by A for tit atmanipadi lakara. So atam being a atmanipadi and laklakara we are doing. Therefore atam, that am is replaced by A. Therefore ate. Ate is apit sarvadhatuka pratyaya, therefore nit. For adantanga, the akara of the pratyaya, nit sarvadhatuka pratyaya. That is, there are only two pratyas where akara is there. One is atam, other one is atham. Prathama purusha dvivachanam, prathama purusha bhagavachanam, atmanipadi. So that akara, which says that when it is a nit sarvadhatuka pratyaya, it is nit because it is apitvat nit sarvadhatuka pratyaya. But akara, when it follows the adantanga, will get iya adesha. Then the yakara, when followed by no condition, no other specific condition, when followed by val, yakarasya lopaha bhavati. Yakara becomes lopaha. So therefore ite. Therefore ate has become now ite. This is how you get the form te ate. So therefore pratyaya nirmanam we have done for latlakara, atmanipadi, prathama purusha, dvivachanam. So this is the final form. Te ate. First one is te. First one we have done here. It is first one te. Second one we have to apply these two rules. Number one, this is replaced by, this is number, in this sequence of rules, this is number 3. Akara replaced by iya adesha. Then number 4, that yakara, which is part of the iya adesha, when followed by val, becomes lopaha, therefore ite. Is it clear up to this? Te ate we have got. Te ite. Now bhagavachanam. Is it clear up to this?
Yes, sure.
So this is Atmanipadi. Remember, we are doing only for Atmanipadi. Don't confuse with Parasmipadi. Parasmipadi, no change in the pratyaya as it is. For Latlakara, as it is. Only that only one rule is applied, which is Jakara is replaced by Ant. Anti. Now the next one. Next one is Prathama Purusha Bhagavachanam. Prathama Purusha Bhagavachanam is, what is Prathama Purusha Bhagavachanam pratyaya? Ta, atam, ja. So what happens to ja, which is Prathama Purusha Bhagavachanam? Apply the general rule. What is that? That ant, jakara is replaced by ant. So therefore ant plus a becomes anta. So therefore you get anta. Now here anta is, you have to find out the T letter. What is the T letter? After replacing jakara by applying the rule. Jakara replaced by ant. That is general rule. So whether it's for Parasmipadi or Atmanipadi, both we have to apply. So remember that. The first one, what did we did? Jakara will be replaced by ant. Where jakara in the pratyaya? Tiptasji. That jakara is there. Then ta atam ja. There also jakara is there. In two places jakara is there. Parasmipadi Bhagavachanam, Prathama Purusha Bhagavachanam, Atmanipadi, Prathama Purusha Bhagavachanam. So replace jakara by ant. So this become anti and that become anta. Since we are doing atmanipadi, lat lakara, tit lakara, therefore anta, which ending with akara, that has to be replaced by a. Therefore ant plus a will become ante. So this is how we get ante. So this is how we get ante. So therefore ant is the first replacement. Second, that T letter is to be replaced by A. Therefore, we get ante. So te ite ante. So you have the form now. You have got the form te ite ante. Is it clear up to this?
So ant
Yes, sir.
plus A is the church.
Huh?
Ant plus A.
Yeah, ant plus A. Yes. Ant plus A. So two rules are applied. One is the kara replaced by ant. Second one, the T letter of anta is replaced by A. Therefore, ante. So te ite ante. The rules I am marking it as the number. So 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can note that. So 4 rules we have seen so far. Jakara replaced by ant, that is general. If you want, you can mention that happens for Pratama Purusha. It is applied for Pratama Purusha, Bhagavachanam, and Parsnipadi and Atmanipadi Bhagavachanam. It is applied for Pratama Purusha, Bhagavachanam, for both Parsnipadi and Atmanipadi. Parsnipadi and Atmanipadi. Right. This is number 1. This is rule number 1 you have to note. And number 2, T is replaced by A. And number 3, Akara of Nit Sarvadhatika Pratyaya is replaced by Iya. And Yakara becomes Lopaha followed by Val. Up to this 4 rules we have seen. Without the sutra, 4 rules. So therefore you have now got the form Te, Ite, Ante. If it is Anadantanga, it continues to be Ate. That will not change. What did we say? Akara of the Nit Sarvadhatika Pratyaya when followed, when it precedes the Adantanga. Suppose if it is Anadantanga, other than 1, 4, 6, 10, then that Akara will not get Iya Adesha. That is why we have that Atam, that Ate will be there for other 5, 6. We have seen 5 other than 1, 4, 6, 10, 5, 7, 8, 9, those dhatus. In that kana, so that you see Chinute Chinvate only. You have seen, remember Chinute Chinvate. Then
Yes, sir.
Krinati Krinitaha iti rupam bhavati, 9th gana and all. Changes happen. So there only it is A only. Here it is Adantanga, therefore it is becomes Ikara. That is Iya Adesha, and Yakara becomes Lopaha, followed by Val. That is general rule. Wherever it is there, you can apply this. This you can apply. Yakara, Vakara, followed by Val becomes Lopaha. Now, Pratama Purusha, we have done Atmanipadi. Parsnipadi already done. Now, Pratama Purusha done. Now, the next one is Madhyama Purusha. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachana. Let me copy paste this. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachana. What's the pratyaya? Ta, tam, ja. Next one is
Tas.
tas. What will happen to tas? Madhyama Purusha
Sure.
Ekavachana. Tas, what will happen? Will you apply here? Tas is there. The T letter replaced by A. If you apply, what will happen? Let us see if you apply. What is the T letter?
As.
As. What will
As.
happen then? Apply A.
A.
Takara plus A becomes A.
A.
Is it the form we have?
No, say it comes.
A.
Say. Say we have. Therefore, this is not applied. This is apavada. This is this is exception. Tas will be replaced by. It is replaced by A. Sorry, it is replaced by say. That's a rule. For this is an exception. Tas, what will happen to tas? Remember, tas, this rule is not applied. Tas is replaced by say. Just replaced by say. That's the rule. That is the tas. The tas of a tit lakara. The tas of a tit lakara will be replaced by say. Tasah say. The rule is there. So therefore, tas will become say. Don't apply replacing the tit letter by a. You will get te. Te is not the rupam. So this is a rule. Tasah say. The rule is there. So particularly for this, we have a rule. So therefore, applying that rule, you get this is the sutram for that. Tasa say.
Here, tit letter is as only, no?
Yes.
Then what happens to the takara?
What happens to the
Takara. Ta plus as.
here? That is not applied, I said. It's an exception. Here, tas is replaced. The tas of a tit lakara only I'm saying. I'm not saying don't confuse with the T letter. Tit lakara is different.
Okay,
T is
okay.
different.
Okay.
I'm not replacing T by A. I'm replacing tas of a tit lakara. That is let, load, etc. For that's what tit lakara means. It is replaced by A. Tas is the whole tas, that is a stani. It is replaced by the hadesha say.
Yeah,
Okay.
got it. I misunderstood with
Yes, I
T
know.
and T.
Yes, T is different, tit is different. Both are different. T is a sanya. T is a sanya, which stands for last letter up to the end. T sanya. Here, tit lakara. Okay. So this is, you can note, this is a exception. This is an exception to the application, to the replacement of T letter by the replacement of T. T letter. Okay, here T is different. T letter by A. So you can note this. This is an exception. Right? Is it clear now?
Yes, G.
Now we have done Pratama Purusha, sorry, Madhyama Purusha to Ekavachanam. Now Madhyama Purusha Dvivachanam. I just copy paste the same thing here. That is Atham. It is Mahaprana. Ta Atham Ja Thas Atham. So Madhyama Purusha Dvivachanam. Here Atham is Ath plus Am. So you can apply the rule, that is T letter, replace T letter of Atmanipadi Pratyaya, Atmanipadi Pratyaya by A. Therefore, Ath become Athe. You get Athe. Now this is a Sarvadhataka Pratyaya. Nit Sarvadhataka Pratyaya. And Nit Sarvadhataka Pratyaya beginning with Akara. And this follows the Adantanga because Bodhigana is Adantanga. Shap is there. So it is Adantanga. Therefore, Akara will be replaced by what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore, Akara will be replaced by ear. So therefore you get ear plus te. What will happen to yakara?
Lopaha.
Yakara by that rule becomes lopaha and followed by val. Therefore ite. So for adantanga, the rupam is ite. For anadantanga, the rupam is ate. So this is, you have to note. Ate is the pratyaya for anadantanga, that is other than 1, 4, 6, 10. Ite is the rupam for adantanga. Clear?
Eshan.
So now we have derived this. The Bhagavachanam is
Tvam.
Dvam. So what will happen to Bhagavachanam?
What is the rule for this year, Ji?
Huh? What
What
the
is
rule
the
for?
rule for the year?
Ato nitaha. Okay, let me write. This. Gets. We will see in Ashtadhyay, but we are not going to see now. It will take some time after completion of Subanta. That we will see. Ato nitaha. That is a rule. By that it is applied. And this is lopaha vyorvali. Lopaha vyorvali. That is a rule. Now, coming back here, Dvam will become, what is the T letter? T letter is right? Is replaced by ye. So therefore you get dve. The rupam is dve. So say ite dve. We got dve. Then nothing happens here, simple. Then Uttama Purusha. Uttama Purusha ekavachanam. Pratyaya is, what is the pratyaya? It. Takara is, don't confuse with this takara. It is a the letter. Okay. So it is E only. So what will happen to E? The only letter is E. So what is the T letter for this? It says E itself.
E only.
E
Yeah.
only.
So ye.
Yeah.
It becomes
To
A.
be replaced by
By A. So this is replaced by A. Then this simple. Then next one is Dvivachanam. Pratyaya is
Vahi.
Vahi. What will happen to Vahi? Vahi is Vakara, that's Vak plus E. E is a T letter. So therefore, that is
A.
replaced by A. We get Vahe.
Vahi.
So this is how we get Vahe. Similarly, Mahe. The same way, like Maging will become Mahe. Here, Nakara is the It letter. So this becomes Mak plus E becomes Mahe. So now we have got the form. Okay, now. So therefore, the final, the forms what we have derived after applying this is this. So Latlakara for both Parasmapadi, Atmanipadi, you can see this is the Rupam. For Latlakara, Pratyay Nirmanam done. So Tita Haranti, Sita Hata, Vivahamaha. te ite ante, se ite dve, ye vahe mahe. So Latlakara is done. Pratyaya nirmana. So any doubt in this?
No, ji.
No,
sure.
ji.
For Latlakara done. So you can note the number of rules. Finally, you can put it the rule summaries also. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see how many rules are involved in this. So 4 rules, 4, and this is number 5. Tas is replaced by A, number 5. So 5 rules are applied in deriving the Atmanepadi Rupam of Latlakara. Common rule is Jakara is replaced by Ant, number 1, right? Then the Akara, then for Atmanepadi, this is the only rule for Parasmepadi. For Atmanepadi, Akara of this Nit Lakara, Nit Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya, not Nit Lakara, sorry, Nit Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya, that is Ate and Ate, that is replaced by Year, number 2, and Yakara becomes Lopaga followed by one letter, number 3. Then the tenth letter is replaced by A, that is important, that is number 4. An exception to that is Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam, it is replaced by Se. Don't apply that. Number 5. These are the 5 rules involved in that. Okay, so let me just for summary, rules involved in derivation of the above forms. Above forms is just Latlakara forms. Whatever the rules are there. Number 1, Jakara is replaced by Ant. This is number 1. And number 2, T letter replaced by A for Tit Lakara Atmanepadi. That is that. Yes. This is number 2. And number 3, Akara of Nit Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya replaced by Year. And that Yakara becomes Lopaha, number 4. So 4. And last one is the Tas of Atmanepadi Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam, it is replaced by Se. So these are the 5 rules involved in deriving the Pratyaya for Atmanepadi. So a part of the rule I copied, that is Tas of Tit will be replaced by Se. Okay, so the 5 rules you can remember. For the Pratyaya Nirmana. Anyway, you know the Pratyaya by heart, you know. This is how it has come. For that, this knowledge is useful. Okay, now we have done for Latlakara. Then we'll start for now we will do for Lang Lakara, the next one. So Latlakara done. So now Lang Lakara. Just a minute. Let me copy. So Lang Lakara is Sarvadhatuka Nit Lakara. So again, for that Parasmepadi onwards we'll do. So Lang Lakara, it's a Nit Lakara. And for Parasmepadi. For Parasmepadi, what happens? Let us see. pratyaya is tip pratyaya. Prathama Purusha, Ekavachana pratyaya is tip. What is the form we have? Remember, what is the form?
Takara.
Takara. So, the Takara one is the form. So, what happens is Takara? So, this for Takara, the rule is this, the pratyas, tip, tas, tip, tas, mid plus mas is there. This Ikara. Ikara is which is there in the ting pratyaya, tip, tas, mid plus mas in those pratyas. The Ikara of the ting pratyaya for Nit Lakara. What will happen? It becomes Lopaha. That is a rule. That is the Ikara. The Ikara. This is rule number. Here it is 6. Continuation. Ikara of ting pratyaya. Ting pratyaya means Parasutari Atmanipadi. It's a general rule. Of ting pratyaya associated with Ngit Lakara. Ngit Lakara is Lang Lakara, Ling Lakara. Those are Ngit Lakara. So Ikara of ting pratyaya associated with Ngit Lakara is subject to Lopa always. There is no exception. It is always, it becomes Lopa. So therefore, what will happen to tip? Tip is Sarvadhataka pratyaya. After removing the Ita letter, Akara, you have T. T is the combination of Takara plus Ikara. That Ikara becomes Lopaha. Therefore, you have only Takara. So Takara plus E and therefore Takara. Understand?
Yes, Shanji.
Yes, Shanji.
So this is rule is applied. So now remember this rule. This is going to be applied wherever Ikara is there. Exceptions may be there. That is different. So this is going to be applied. So Ikara of ting pratyaya associated with Nit Lakara is subject to Lopa. Therefore, Nit Lakara means here you can note for lung. Lung is a Nit Lakara. Then Ling also is there. In fact, Lot also that we will see. Ityadi. Ityadi, these are Nit Lakaras. Subject to Lopa. Now, Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam we have derived. Now, Prathama Purusha Dvivachanam. Okay. What is the rule for this? That also I'll mention here. Itascha. The rule is Itascha Lopaha Bhavati. That is a rule. Itascha Lopaha. All the rules related to this you will find in 3-4. Third chapter, third section, fourth chapter. For third chapter, fourth section, you will find all these rules. Now the next one. Next one is tip. Next one is thus. What will happen to thus? Thus there is no E, right? So thus what will happen? What is the form in thus?
Tam.
Tam. So therefore, now this is there is no Ikara. Therefore, what will happen here?
That's no, Shanji.
Alpa prana.
Yeah.
Alpa prana.
Yeah. Saṃskṛtam. Thus. Yes. So here what happens is one more rule comes in, that is number 7. If you see the original, if you see the pratyaya, lang lakara, here it is tip, original pratyaya, tip tas ji, sip tas ta, mip pas mas, right? So here it is thus, here thus, then here it is tha, and here it is mip. So in the lang lakara, if you see, tam is there, tam is there, and tha is there, and is there. You see these places alone. So what was here? Tip, thus. So here it was thus. Before it was thus, and here before it was thus, and here before takara came, it was tha, and here it was mip. This is for lang lakara. Lang lakara we know takara taman, right? But you see these places, that is prathama purusha dvivachanam, madhyama purusha dvivachanam, madhyama purusha bhagavachanam, uttama purusha ekavachanam. These four places, the four pratyas are replaced by this. What was the original pratyaya? Originally it was thus, thus, tha, mip. Do you follow me? What I'm saying?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, original pratyaya, let me show. If you have difficulty in remembering original pratyaya already copied here. It is there. So original pratyaya is thus, thus, then tha, and mip. These are the original pratyaya. Now, this is lakara, original pratyaya. Now for lang lakara, what is there is in the place of original pratyaya, in the place of thus, tam is there. In the place of thus, tam is there. In the place of tha is there. And in the place of mip, is there. Right? Yes or no?
yes, Sharanji.
That is what the rule is. Oh, that is the rule. What is the rule? Now you know the rule.
Tastamipam.
Yes. Tas tamipam tantam tamaha. So like it's called dancing sutra. It's like a jadi. So therefore, what happens here is, let us go back to the file. We are deriving this. So the rule is, here it is, this nit lakara. The git lakara, for git lakara, for nit lakara, this tas, tha, and mip are respectively replaced by tam, tam, tha, and The part, don't do it because something will happen later. So now, what happens here? It is for thus it is 1 minute. For thus, it is by this rule, thus is replaced by tam. Similarly, this thus is replaced by respectively. So it is replaced by tam. That is, thus is, it is madhyama purusha dvivachanam. Then madhyama purusha bhagavachanam, which is tha. Madhyama purusha bhagavachanam, it is replaced by tha. And uttama purusha, I'm just writing it here. You see, mip is replaced by So the corresponding replacement happens. So we have now derived the form for the 4 pratyas. Tam, tam, ta, So therefore, Pratama Purusha, Derivation, it is not a question, Derivation. Pratama Purusha, Derivation, it is, thus is replaced by tam. Then Madhyama Purusha, Derivation, thus is replaced by tam. Then tha, which is Madhyama Purusha, Bhagavachanam, it is replaced by ta. And Uttama Purusha, Ekavachanam, replaced by So the rule is tas tamipam tan tan tamaha iti. By that sutram, we get this form. Is it clear? This is number 7. Any doubt in this?
No, Ji.
No, Sharanji.
So, Uttama Purusha, then Pratham Purusha, Bhagavachanam, which is G, that we will do. What will happen to that? G. G is Pratham Purusha, Bhagavachanam. What is the content of G? Chakara plus Ikara. Chakara is replaced by, what is the Utsarga general rule?
Anta.
Anta. Anta plus E. What Lakara we are doing?
Lang lakara.
So Lang Lakara, what will happen? Ikara.
Ika.
Lang Lakara is a Ngit Lakara, therefore Ikara is here. This Ikara is there, what will happen to the Ikara? See this rule.
Lopaha.
Lopaha.
Number 6. Ikara of Tin Pratyaya associated with Ngit Lakara, Lopa Bhavati. So therefore, Ikara goes away. Therefore, what you have? Ant. What is Ant now? Ant with the Anga. Assume that Anga is there. Some Dhatu, Bhu Dhatu is there. Bhu Dhatu with Ant. What is the form you get? What is the form you get?
Abhavant.
Abhavant you get. Abhavant, right? What is Abhavant now at the end? What is that? The whole thing is what?
Abhavan.
Abhavant you get. What is Abhavant is?
Sanyoga.
Abhavant is a padam. Yes or no? Suptingantam padam, right?
Yeah.
Abhavant is a padam. Now this is a padanta. It's a padanta. Sanyoga. Sanyoga at the end of the padam. What will apply now? You know it.
The conjunct consonant
consonant.
means one will be lopaha. Last one is lopaha.
Last one become lopaha. Therefore, takara becomes lopaha. Therefore, an only you will have. So, don't think here some other rule is applied. Here it is antis at the end of, it's a pratyaya at the end of the padam. So, with the anga, it becomes a padam. Now it gets a sanya padam. Therefore, padanta sanyoga. Therefore, padanta sanyogasya, that last letter becomes lopaha. You have seen this rule, right? Sanyogantasya padasya, that last letter, antima varna, becomes lopaha. There is no rule here. So don't think some other rule is applied. Takara becomes lopaha. That is the last letter of a conjunct. The last letter of the conjunct becomes lopaha. But not really, it's just a conjunct, it's a padam. So the last letter of a conjunct, which is a padam, of the last letter of the conjunct of a word, of a padam, if I put it like that, of a padam. The last letter of a conjunct of a padam becomes lopaha. So by that it becomes lopa, not by any other rule. This we know. So you have to remember. Apply that rule. So applying that rule, you get this from an. That's why takara, then tam, an you get. Okay, then Madhyama Purusha now. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. What's the pratyaya? C. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. Pratyaya is C. Content is Sakara plus E. Actually, it is Sip pratyaya. It is a Sarvadhataka Pit pratyaya. Sakara plus E. What will happen?
E lopaha happens.
E lopaha happens.
Yeah.
Therefore,
Just sakara.
Sakara.
Just sakara.
Sakara, what will happen to Sakara? Sakara D, it is with the Anga, it becomes, you see,
It's a repa and
Padanta Sakara, right?
padanta sakara. So it
So
becomes a
Padanta,
sakara.
yeah, Padanta Sakara, therefore it becomes room.
Room.
Content is Repa. Repa, because Repa is, therefore it is Visarga. Right? We say, when we chant, we say Sakara. Sakara means we know it becomes Visarga because Padanta Sakara, right? When you join the pratyaya with the anga, it becomes a padam. Therefore, it becomes visarga. Right? So sip is done. Then, what is Madhyama Purusha? This is Madhyama Purusha. Dvivachanam already done. Where? Here it is done. Right? And Madhyama Purusha, Bhagavachanam, that also is done. So tas is replaced by tam, tha is replaced by tha, and Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam, that is also done. Right? So tasa is replaced by tam, tha is replaced by tha. Already the rule we have seen, and mip is replaced by Okay, any doubt in this?
No, sure.
No,
No,
Ji.
Shanji.
So here that mip has become right? How it mip has become Okay, if you think, you may ask question. Mip is what pratyaya mip is? Mip is the pratyaya. This is Sarvadhataka pratyaya. It is of a Nit Lakara. Nit Lakara we are doing, right? What did we say here in the beginning?
It's pit.
Rule
It
number
is.
6. That's okay. Rule number 6, what it says? Ikara of tin pratyaya. Sarvadhat, Ikara of Nit Lakara. Nit pratyaya associated with the Nit Lakara is subject to Lopaha, we said, right? So MIP is there. Can we, MIP content is being me. Therefore, Makara plus E. Can we do the lopa of Ikara?
No.
Yes,
No,
we can do it. No, we can do it. I think nothing wrong in that. We can do and replace Makara by This is possible. Finally, you have to replace by Makara. You have to replace by only. By this rule. Tas, tamipam. Okay, you can apply this. So, anyway, you can do your choice. Mip being me, Mip is equal to me. Therefore, Makara plus E. And now it is a Nit Lakara pratyaya. Therefore, itascha, that Ikara lopa you can apply. That is by rule number 6, what we saw before. Ikara of Yengit Lakara subject to lopa. That you can apply. And Makara only be left out. That you can replace it by You can either you can follow these steps you can do, or straight away also you can do, your choice. So let me write it, put it in writing. MIP can become either directly replacing it by either by direct replacement or by applying the rule number 6. That is your choice. So therefore, when you apply that MIP can, by applying this rule, MIP can become directly, or it can become indirectly also. Anyway, you can do. Understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ji.
Okay. So anyway, MIP has become Here it's not a problem. In some other place it will come. Okay, that's anyway. I've done here. This copy not required. So tam ta, then tam ta Then the next one. Next one is Uttama Purusha. Pratyaya is
Was.
Was.
what will happen to was?
Was. So.
What will happen to was?
Sakara will become
Vavali should
Visarga.
come.
Sakara will become Visarga. But
Visarga.
that is not the form. Takara tam.
Yeah,
and
va.
Sakara
Va,
tam
va.
ta.
Vama.
Abhavam, abhavava, abhavama, right? So what will happen to Sakara? The Sakara of the Uttama Purusha Pratyaya, Uttama Purusha, for Nitalakara, will become Lopa. The Sakara of the Uttama Purusha. Let me write it. So what will happen to was? Similarly, what will happen to must? Both. So this is rule number up to rule number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 7. Now rule number 8. Rule number 8. That is Sakara of the Uttama Purusha. Uttama Purusha. Sakara of the Uttama Purusha of Nitalakara. Uttama Purusha. Uttama Purusha Pratyaya. So Sakara of the Uttama Purusha Pratyaya of Nitalakara. Nit means lung and all. Nit Lakara will become Lopaha. No condition. Will become Lopaha. So therefore, was will become Va. It is Uttama Purusha. That is Ling Lakara, sorry, Lang Lakara. Past tense. Lang Lakara. Therefore, was will become Va. Must will become Ma. Right? Understand up to this? So we have done Parasmipadi declined. Any doubt in this?
No, Ji.
Shall.
Understood.
So 3 rules here we have seen. 6, 7, 8. For Lang Lakara, 3. That is Ikara of Ting Pratyaya. Ikara of Ting Pratyaya of a Nit Lakara. Of a Nit Lakara is subject to Lopa. This is number 1. Then number 2 is the Dancing Sutra. Tas, tha, tha, and MIP replaced by tam, tam, tha, and This is number 2. And number 3 is Sakara of Uttama Purusha become Lopaha. I'm just putting all the rules in one place. At the summary, I'll just mention the rules involved in deriving the pratyas for Lang Lakara. So these are the rules applied. 6, 7, and 8. Finally, I will summarize when we derive Atmanipadi. Now we have derived only Parasmipadi, right? So Atmanipadi, we have to derive. So let us do Atmanipadi. Atmanipadi, what happens? If you remember this, from the original pratyaya, Tiptas, Siptas, that original pratyaya, for Latlakara, Parasmipadi, whatever is there in the original pratyaya, the same form for Latlakara. Only Atmanipadi changes for Latlakara. For Lang Lakara, the original Parasmipadi pratyaya changes its rupa. That's what we saw. Atmanepadi doesn't change. It remains as it is. So what will happen? Atmanepadi? Ta will become ta only.
Ta only.
No change.
Yeah.
Because no rule applies here. What changed? Then Dvivachanam?
Atam.
Atam.
Atham.
Mm.
Atham is the pratyaya, original pratyaya. So Dvivachanam. What will
Ji,
happen
it
here?
is Atmanepadi, right?
Yeah. Sorry. Copy paste. Thank you. Yeah. It is Atmanepadi. So Atham will become
Atam.
Atam.
Atham only.
Atam.
Because it is Adantanga. Now it's a case of Adantanga. What will happen?
Becomes Ita.
Ita. Ita.
By the rule, already we have seen the rule is for Nyit Pratyaya, Akara of the Akara, not Nyit Pratyaya. Nyit Pratyaya, not Nyit Lakara. This Atam is a Sarvadhataka Nyit Pratyaya. So Akara, which is an Avayava of a Sarvadhataka Nyit Pratyaya following a Adantanga will be replaced by Ikara. Will be replaced by Ikara. Understand?
Here, Adesh.
Atam, that is, repeat again. Akara of a Nyit Sarvadhataka Pratyaya following the Adanta Anga will be replaced by Ikara. I mean, it will be replaced by E. In fact, here Adesha comes. It is here. Then Yakarasya Lopaha Bhavati by when Yakara followed by Val, it becomes Lopaha, therefore you get Ita. Is it clear?
Yes.
So I have not applied written the rule because we have seen the rule before, right? So therefore it is understood. Need not be written again. So you understand, right? Ta Atam. The next one is Bhagavachanam is Pratyaya is Ja.
Ja.
Ta,
Ja
Ja.
is
Anta.
Ant.
It becomes Jakara is replaced by it is Jakara plus Jakara replaced by Ant. Therefore Ant plus I get Anta. So Ta Atam, sorry, Ta Itam. Our case is it is Ta Itam. Ta Itam Anta. Then the Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam is
Tas is
Tas.
replaced by yeah.
Tas. What will happen to Tas?
The Taha, so Sakaralo becomes
No,
Visarga.
Repa. It becomes Ru
Ru
and
and
then
then
Visarga.
So therefore Tas will become
Taha.
Taha. You can say it is Ru. And then to Ru is Repa. Repa it becomes Visarga. Taha is a Rupa. Then Dvivachana. Madhyama Purusha Dvivachana.
Atam.
It is the same. Atam.
Atham replaced by Iya.
Yeah.
And Yakarasi Lopa Bhavati. You get Itham. Right?
Ita.
So Madhyama Purusha Dvivachanam. Then a typoizer, please tell me. This is also typoizer. It is Ekavachanam. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam, Madhyama Purusha Dvivachanam. Then Bhagavachanam is
Dvam will be the same.
Dvam will be same. No changes in that. So becomes Dvam. Then Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam.
it becomes E.
It becomes
E.
E. Nothing, no change here. So that's why it's its original pratyaya as it is. So then it. Then what is the next one? Magi.
Mahi, Mahi.
Magi, Magi. That also.
Same.
What happens?
Vahi,
No.
Mahi.
Vahi,
Mahing. Mahing will become Mahi.
Yes. Can E becomes lopaha?
Oh,
Hmm?
another other than
Sorry?
it can be no, I don't think it is
Why it doesn't become lopaha?
the original is Vahing.
Original is
Vahi.
Vahi or Vahi.
Vahi.
original is Vahi only, right?
Yeah.
Nakara is not there, Sharanti. Vahing.
Sorry?
Vahing is not there. Nakar.
No, it's not that. Vahi and Mahing only. That's the original pratyaya, right?
Yeah.
It, Vahi, Mahing. Yes, Krishtanji.
There is no it letter, Ji.
It letter. Why it letter? Vahi.
Right.
We did in case of tip, we become takara. Sip becomes takara. Mip becomes makara and then replaced by Why not here?
There is no rule, right, to replace Vahi and Mahi.
Then what is the rule which replace that?
For the Lat Lakara, it's the
Not lakar. We did in lang lakara only, right? Just now we did lang lakara. Takara tam and sakara tam. That takara becomes, the tip becomes takara. How did it become that?
So Sarvadhatu
that's the E
Kapit,
Lopa is
so
for Parasmepadi, right?
That is a point. The parasmepadi. So remember this ikara. Oh, I don't written here. Ikara of ngit pratyaya of a ngit lakara. Parasmepadi. You have to write that. That's missing here. So ikara of a parasmepadi thing. Otherwise, Vahi also, E also, you have to remove it. Okay. So ikara of parasmepadi. You can note this. Parasmepadi thing pratyaya. This is only for parasmepadi. No, don't remove for atmanepadi. If atmanepadi, if you do it, then Vahi will become Vah. That's a problem. So ikara of parasmepadi thing pratyaya of Nyat lakara subject to lopa. Number 6. Okay. The parasmepadi, it's important. So therefore, Vahi remains as Vahi because atmanepadi we are doing. Therefore, Vahi. Understand? It's important. If you don't remember parasmepadi, then we may remove this also. So it becomes a problem. And Mahing becomes Mahi. Why it letter is, you said, Ramaji. Vahi only Vahi. Here Nakara is only for, it is only for forming the Pratyahara. There is no other purpose for this Nakara. Mahing is thing. Pratyahara is thing Pratyahara, we say. Tip it covers all the Pratyahas in that. For forming the Pratyahara only this Nakara is useful. There is no other purpose. It doesn't make this into a Nyit pratyaya. By that, it can negate guna and all. Doesn't happen. Not for that purpose. Okay. So ikara of a parasmepadi, that's important. Parasmepadi thing pratyaya. So now we have done for lang lakara. So lang lakara from the original pratyaya, we have derived the forms. So pratyaya nirmanam for lang lakara we have done. So takara tam and sakara tam ta va ma. Then ta itam anta. Anta I have written here, but actually it is what will happen that we know. Okay. Sorry, what I'm doing. This is for Atmanipadi.
correct only, no, Sharanti.
It's correct only. It's
Yeah.
Anta only. I mean, Anta tas atandum. And here what did I write then? Anta plus Anta, yeah.
Anta only. Yeah.
So this is the derived, the nirmana kritam. So lang lakara pratyaya nirmana. Now what is the next one? Next one is lot lakara. Lot lakara. Any doubt up to this?
No, Sharanti.
No, Sharanti.
Oh, sure.
So now let me the rules what I wrote. Let me summarize that. 1 minute. rules involved in. Only 3 rules are there. Number 6, 7, 8. So totally 8 rules we have seen. Totally 8 rules for lat lakara and then lakara for both parasmepadi and atmanipadi. Now we will see lot lakara. Lot lakara, parasmepadi. Lot lakara is a tith lakara. So the pratyaya is Pratama Purusha, Ekvachana is tith pratyaya. So what will happen here? Lot lakara. So we know lot lakara pratyaya tu tam and tu. Okay, and lang lakara, one important thing I forgot to tell. What is that important thing? What is the important thing?
We have to add prefix at
Very
or
good.
at.
Art. Don't forget that, it's important. So we have to, that is not, doesn't come under here, pratyas nirmana, it comes for the anga. So therefore it is doesn't come in here, but remember, atagama will come.
Agamas, yeah.
So let me write as a note. So for lang lakara, for lang lakara, that is what we are dealing with. So, lang lakara, attagama will come for. Attagama will come for
Aladi.
Aladi.
Yeah.
aladi.
Yeah.
So attagama will come for aladi dhatu. And atagama for ajadi dhatu. So this you have to remember. This anyway doesn't come under pratyaya nirvana, so no problem. But you have to note this. Then lot lakara. For lot lakara, what happens? For lot lakara, lot is like lung only. Lot is like lung.
Let
Even lot is lung, not lut. It's a tith lakara, yes, but
Yeah.
the derivation is like lung. That is why the order is, you see, first I did let, after lung, then I'm doing lot. Because the rules which are applied for lung, it's going to be applied. Mainly in 2 rules only, important rules that are applied. So therefore, there is a sutra, lotaha lung with. Lot is like lung only. So what are the rules are applied? We'll see one by one. Now let us take by pratyaya. Pratama Purusha Ekavachana pratyaya, what happens? That is, this what happens here is the tip whose content is takara plus e. As in the place of tit lakara, we replace by a, right? Tit lakara, what we did, atmanipadi, not for parasmepadi. If you remember, for atmanipadi, what we did, ta becomes takara plus a, that a becomes a, therefore te, right? Te, ate, ante. Yes or no? We did for atmanipadi. Lat lakara, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But here it is parasmepadi. Don't replace by an a and all. What I'm saying is here like that. Similarly, ikara is replaced by u.
Ukara.
Therefore become tu. Ikara is replaced by tu. For lot lakara, what happens is for lot lakara, this ikara is replaced by u. That is by a rule. Eruhu. So therefore you get tu. What is that? Rule number. This is rule number 9.
Fine.
That is, the rule is ikara is replaced by u. So let me write. Ikara. Just a minute. That is by the Eruhu. Is 3486, I think. Yeah. So Ikara of the Pratyaya, Ikara of load. Load will be replaced by Ukara. This is a rule. So therefore, wherever Ikara is there, tip is there, tip is that in tip, the street tip, the T is replaced by the Ikara is replaced by U. Therefore, 2. Therefore, you get 2. This is number 1. This is Pratama Purusha. Ekavachana Pratyaya. This is rule number 9. Next one. Next one is Pratama Purusha Derivation, which is thus is Pratama Purusha Derivation. What will happen is here what happens? I said lot lakara is like lung lakara.
Was replaced by Tam.
It is replaced by tam. So that is also in fact a rule. Lot is like lung. Lot is like lung. So lot is like lung. Therefore we can. Therefore, the rule number. What is the rule number? Therefore, the rule
7.
7 can be applied. Can be applied. So that itself is a rule. Because lot is like lung, so that is a rule. Therefore, rule number 7 can be applied. Right? So therefore, thus will become Tam. Similarly, Madhyama Purusha, which is thus, that is replaced by Tam. And Madhyama Purusha
We left Antu, no, that
will come. Madhyama Purusha Bhagavachanam, it is Ta. And Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam. I am writing here now but let us see what happens later. It is not one exception will come. So this is lot is like lung, therefore thus bit is replaced by tam, tha, respectively. And here something will happen that we will see. We are going to see that. So let me mark it as a red color. And apavada exception will come. So tu tam, then right, tu and tam. The next one is Pratama Purusha Bhagavachanam. Pratama Purusha
Replaced by
G is there, Jakara plus E.
E.
Jakara is
G.
E. So what will happen to the
Chakara replaced by
and
can be. E
and
replaced by U.
U? Because that is what we say. Ikara of lot will be replaced by U. Therefore, you get Antu. So tu tam Antu. So we have derived tu tam Antu. Then Madhyama Purusha now. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. Pratyaya is sip. What will happen to sip? Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. What will happen to sip? Kimbhavati.
C. So it's Sakara plus E.
Okay, Sakara plus he is replaced by who means it gets Su.
So, no.
No, that will not happen. But we have seen this before.
He bhavati.
He bhavati.
Yes. You remember the rules related to he we have seen. Once.
Yeah.
I sent a file also, if you remember, right? The he related files, remember? What will happen to he?
Lopa.
Yes, we have seen that that he.
Yeah, in fifth
Then
dhatus.
Yes.
When we're doing the fifth kana. Yeah.
Yes.
If it Adantanga plus means he will be Lopaha.
Yes. Lopaha bhavati. Changes happening to he. One file was there. Okay, let me show that. I can copy paste that content here also. Changes happening to he. So he is going to be the Hadesha. We'll see that. So in the place of Madhyama Purusha Ekavachana, he will come and he becomes, what happens to he? That he becomes Lopa when following the Adantanga. And here what Anga we are doing? Vadigana. Now it's not Adantanga. Yes. Therefore that is applied. So the change happening to he, which we saw this, remember? Do you remember this? This we saw this. In the fifth Ganandal, we derived, we saw that.
Yeah.
So refer to changes happening he. All the files are connected. So you have to note Adantang Anga, this he becomes Lopaha. So let me write. Therefore, here, what will happen to SIP? Here it is. SIP is replaced by, okay, let's put it like that. What will happen to SIP? Here comes the next rule. That is rule number 11. Rote Lakara, in fact, has got many rules. Compared to other, this has got many rules. Here what happens is SIP, that is SIP referring to Parasmipadi, Madhyama Purusha, Ekavachana Pratyaya will be replaced by he. SIP is Sarvadhatuka. Is it Pit or Apit?
It is Pit.
It will Pit. Now it is replaced by he and it will be deemed to be Nit. So that Pitvam is removed.
Actually, not able to see the
The writing.
Oh, sorry.
writing.
Okay. So SIP will be replaced by he and it will be deemed to be Nit. Therefore, you have removed now that Pitvam from the Pratyaya. Understand? That is why in the Adantanga, the chart, if you see, for Lot Lakara, what is that? It is in this color, Haladi, Sarvadhatukam, Apit. It is Apit, Lot Lakara. Tu, Tam, Antu, and Madhyama Purusha, Ekavachanam, it is not in yellow color. Okay. Why? Because it is Apit. Understand?
Yes,
Yes,
Ji.
Ranji.
So he will be the replacement and it will be deemed to be Nit. Now what happens that he also, in the case of Adantanga, now copy paste from this, changes happening to he is, sorry, that refer, let me write, refer the file, changes happening to he, that we have mentioned. What? That with Adantanga, he becomes Lopaha. Tadantanga, he becomes Lopaha. Therefore, SIP will become he, and he also will become nothing. Right? Nothing will be that way. Bhavatu, Bhavata, Bhavantu, Bhava. So this is nothing. Okay. So he becomes Lopaha. If you put nothing or 0, 0 is okay. Yes, I understand.
Yes, Ranji.
So with Adantanga, he becomes Lopaha. With Anadantanga, it doesn't become Lopaha. That is remains that something happens. Okay. So Madhyama Purusha done. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. What about Derivation? That already covered. Where?
Tam.
Yeah, lot is like lang. Then Bhagavachan, that also done. So these two things can be copy pasted here. And what happened to MIP? That we have to see. What happens to MIP? If you apply, okay, let us apply generally. This rule, if you apply, this dancing rule, replacing by Before that, Makara plus E is there. What did we say for Lot Takara? E must be replaced by U, right?
Ooh, yeah.
If you apply U, then it becomes
Get more.
Mu. So that is not applied, number one. So number one, it is not applied. So therefore, it will not become that Mu. Directly, this rule is applied. What? This MIP is replaced by The rule is MIP is replaced by that is applied. So therefore, here you have to note. Here the rule. What is the rule number? That Ikara is replaced by Ukara. Rule number 9 is not applied. Here the rule number 9 is overruled by the rule number 10. That is, lot is like lung. Therefore, it is replaced by Therefore, it is replaced by But that also is not applied. That also is not applied. Because why? What is the form? The form is Ani, right? So here the rule number 9 is not applied. 10 is also not applied. If you apply 10, what will happen? It will become Yes or no? If you apply,
Yeah.
see, if you apply rule number 9, then it is replaced by U. It is replaced by U, then you cannot apply It's a problem. So both are not applied. So here what happens? Here the rule number 9 as well as the rule number 10 are overruled. Both are overruled by rule number 10 and 9 are overruled by the following rule. The new rule. What is that rule? That is specifically for the Lot Lakara Uttama Purusha Ekavachana. So this is rule number 12. What is that rule is? That is that it is replaced by Ni. Ni is a rule. It is Mer Nihi. That is a rule. Uttama Purusha Ekavachana. That Ni is replaced by Ni. 3489. Therefore, the me will become ni. That is lot lakara. The mip is there. It is replaced by mip pratyaya of a lot is replaced by ni. Let me write mip pratyaya. Mip pratyaya only in lot parasmipadi. So mip pratyaya of lot is replaced by ni. This is the rule. So therefore, here the rule number 9 and 10 both are not applied. So this becomes ni. So therefore, ni is replaced by ni. But that is not the form also. What is the form? Ani, right? Ani, ava, ama. Tu tamantu. Then tamta, ani, ava, ama. So what happens here? Number 13. That is Atagama will come. Atagama will come for the Uttama Purusha Pratyayas. And Uttama Purusha Pratyayas means for what? Prasupati Atmanipadi. For which one? Both Prasupati Atmanipadi, right? Because Ani, Ava, Ama, and similarly for Atmanipadi also it is. Yes, therefore for both Parasmipadi and Atmanipadi, Atagama will come. So Atagama will come for Uttama Purusha Pratyayas for both Uttama Purushas of Parasmipadi and Atmanipadi, and it will be deemed to be Pith. It will be deemed to be Pith. Why Pitham is given? Already Parasmipadi, Mip is Pith only, right? Mip is Pith only. So why do we give Pitham? Vas is not a Pith, it's not a Pith. Vas is not a Pith. And Atmanipadi is not a Pith. It's Atmanipadi Pith. Atmanipadi, all the pratyas are a Pith only, right?
Apit only, yeah.
By ordaining Pithvam, what happens here? And ordaining Pithvam and Atagama. So Ni is replaced by Ni, then you get Ani, it's a Pith. Then here Atagama comes and it deemed to be a Pith, therefore Ava is a Pith. That's why Ajadi Sarvadhataka Pith I have written here. It is in red color, you can see. Similarly, Uttama Purusha Parasmipadi, Uttama Purusha Bhagavachana, it is Mas only. That Ma is there, Atagama comes, then it is deemed to be Pith. Similarly for Atmanipadi. Atmanipadi generally what? A Pith only, but here it is given Pithvam. So therefore, Atagama with the Pratyaya becomes I Avagai Amagai. We will see how it has come. We are going to see that. Now let me ask you one thing. Atagama is ordained and it deemed to be a Pith. Now, what happened to Sakara of here? Original Sakara, that is Vas and Mas. What happened to them? They become
Lopaha.
Lopaha.
Katam Lopaha Bhavat. How it has become Lopa? Because
Another sutra.
because we said what?
It's a net.
Lot is like lung. No, lot is like lung, we said. Right? Lot lakara is like lung lakara. Rule number?
8.
8.
No. According to 8, it becomes Lopaha.
Lot is 10.
Like 10. Lot is
So-
like lung.
So therefore, lot is like lung when we say. Therefore, rule number 7. 7 is, what is 7? 7 is, this is 7. And Sakara of Uttama Purusha of Nitlakara also becomes Lopaha. Therefore, rule number 7 and 8 both are applied. So that is what this says. Lot is lung. Therefore, rule number 7 and 8 can be applied. So here what happens is, in this case, here rule 7 is applied. So 8 is applied. What is rule number 8? 8 says Sakara of Uttama Purusha of Nitlakara. Nitlakara. Don't think it's a Nit Pratyaya. Nitlakara. Nitlakara only. But lot is like lung already we said. Lot is like lung. Therefore, lung lakara, what happens? Sakara of Uttama Purusha becomes Lopa. Since lot is like lung, therefore we can make it Lopa. Logical, right? Yes or no? So therefore Sakara goes away. So now the next one is
It's like egg is white, milk is white, so egg is like milk.
yes. So therefore Mip will getting Atagama becomes Ani. Then Dvivachana. Dvivachana Pratyaya is Vas. Kimbhavati Vas vas will become, first is sakara goes away, therefore va. Then it gets atagama and it is deemed to be a pith, that you have to remember, becomes ava. Similarly, vas will become, mas will become ama. Ava, ama. So with this, we have derived a form, lot lakara, form we have, Parasmipadi we have derived. Atmanepadi rules are there.
But challenge you get even the alternate forms for the Prathama Purusha and Madhyama. Tat is there.
Yeah, that is there. Yeah, I tell you. That is Prathama Purusha and Madhyama Purusha. One more form is there. That I will write it as, I'll tell you in the next class. The Tat is there. For some specific reason it is there. We'll see.
Okay.
So total 13 rules we have seen. Without the sutra, the rules. Is it understandable? It's difficult to follow this. I will summarize the rules. Without the sutra, okay. This in fact is a sutra. What is that sutra I have given? And I give whatever sutra says that I have given in words. So, is there any difficulty? Please tell me.
No, Ji, we can
No,
follow.
yeah.
You know the pratyas already. You know the form of the pratyas, right? So therefore we are applying. So what are the rules we have seen today? Number one, just summarizing. Jakara, number one, Jakara is replaced by Ant, and T is replaced by A for Atmanepadi, Titlakaras. Then Akara for Ngit Sarvadhatika Pratyaya replaced by Ye Adesha when following the Adantanga. Then Akara becomes Lopaha when Valadi follows. Then the Tas of Titlakara, that is Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam, it is replaced by Se. So don't apply that replacing T letter by A. Then the next rule is Ikara of the Ting Pratyaya of Nyat Lakara becomes Lopaha. So that's why in Lot Lakara also. In Lot Lakara also, this is not applied. In fact, Lota Langvat we said, but this is not applied. Okay. If Ikara Parasipati Ting Pratyaya of Nyat Lakara, when you say apply, what will happen to T? T will become Takara. You will not get 2. So Lotaha Langvat, for that we said Lot, that only rule number 7 and 8 is applied. That is for Nitalakara, tas ta and mip are replaced by tam, tam, ta and This is applied for Lang Lakara as well as Lot Lakara. This is the rule number 7 is common. Rule number 7 and rule number 8 is common for both Lang and Lot. Sakara Uttama Purusha of Nit Lakara becomes Lopaha. So you can note it. Rule number 7 and 8 is common for Lot and Lang. In fact, that is the rule. Lot is like Lang means rule number 7 and 8. Rule number rule number 7 and 8. Let me rewrite this. That is rule number 7 and 8 are common. Are common for both Lang and Lot. Not other rules. Because we said Lot is like Lang, so all the rules will apply. No, only these 2 rules are common. That's why we say it is like Lang. So rule number 7 and 8. What is the rule number 7? Rule number 7 says that tas, ta, and mip are replaced by tam, tam, ta, and And rule number 8 says Sakara of Uttama Purusha of Nit Lakara becomes Lopaha. These 2 are common for Lang and Lot. Then for Lot Lakara, we saw Ikara of Lot will be replaced by Ukara. And number 10 is Lot is like Lang. That is number 10. That is the 2 rules are common. That is specified as a rule. Then number 11 is Sip. That is Parasmipadi Madhyama Purusha Ekavachana replaced by he and is replaced by and is deemed to be Nit and will be deemed to be Nit Pratyaya. Then number 12, Mip Pratyaya of Lot is replaced by Ni. That is number 1. And Atagama will come for Uttama Purusha Pratyaya of Parasmipadi and Atmanipadi. And it will be deemed to be Pith. Therefore, Ani, Ava, Amma. iti rupam. So up to this Parasmapadi we have seen. Atmanepadi is there and Ling Lakara is there. That we will see. We will see that in the next class. So this Pratyay Nirmanam, it is for Adantanga. For 1, 4, 6, 10 for everything, this is common. So once you have done for one, once you have done, it means it is common for other. And if it is whatever change is not applied for Adantanga, that is Anadantanga. So you have got the Pratyas for both now, right? And you will see the difference. Anadanta, Adantanga, when you see the Ling Lakara. So, okay, let me ask you if you have understood. What is the main change or difference between Adanta and Anadanta you find here? Which Pratyaya? I'll show you the.
Atmanepadi.
Yeah.
Atmanepadi, ate will become ite for Adantanga.
Yes, otherwise it is common, right?
Yeah.
Ate only will be there for Anadanta. That is for Lat Lakara.
Yeah. Then
Lang Lakara.
atam.
Yes, that is for Anadantanga. Only Atmanepadi you will see. And one more thing you will see, that is Jontaha, that is Akara is replaced by, that we will see. In case of Anadantanga, it is not Ant. Yakara not replaced by Ant, but it is replaced by At. Not
I
Ant.
think you told us in the 5th kana.
Yes. So that is one more. The two changes, two things only you see that. In fact, one is a change. That is Ant. Jakara will not be replaced by Ant. Jakara will be replaced by At for Anadanta. And Atam already it is there. Only for Adantanga only it changes. Therefore, that in fact there is only one change for Anadantanga. And for Lot Lakara, the same. What is that? Atam. At. Then Atam. And here it is Atam only for Anadantanga. Can you follow?
Yeah, and
Difficult.
he also, Sharanji.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
Yeah,
1
yeah.
and 2. So we can distinguish. You can write that. We can write that. Maybe extra class we can write that. And for Ling Lakara, you will see many. That we will see. We'll see in the next class. Ling Lakara, Parasmapadi, Atmanepadi, and Lot Lakara, Atmanepadi. We will see. So once we derive the Pratyay Nirmanam, done. So once we have the Pratyaya, Sarvadhatuka Pratyayas are ready. So that can be added to any Dhatu, and you can derive the form. So 1, 4, 6, 10, and 5. This 7, 8, 9. In fact, we have seen 5 and 9 in detail. And other things we have to see. We'll see. So we stop here.
No, we didn't see 9th gana. Only 5th gana we saw.
Oh, 9th Gana. Okay, we'll see that.
No.
I'll teach you 9th Gana. And 5th Gana we saw in detail, very elaborately. So we have seen very elaborately.
You have to see 2, 7, and 9.
Yes, you will see that. I'm summarizing. So we'll do it. And Nijanta also I'm doing summary. Once we can just summarize Nijanta in one class as a final class for Nijanta. That covers everything from related to Nij. Okay, let's stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavada.
I'll send the file later.
Dhanyavada.
The Bhadigana, once we did, then I'll send you the file. You can go through the file, and if there any correction, you can let me know. Yes. Thank you.
Dhanyawadaji.
Thank you, John.
What is the rule for that Sakara of the Uttama Purusha Pratyaya Nitlakara will become Lopa?
Sa Uttamasya Nityam Nitah Lopaha Bhavati. Sa Uttamasya.
Okay.
Sa Uttamasya, it is there in the after Nityam Nitaha. Nityam Nitaha is what is the number 3, 4? It is Nityam Nitaha is 3, 4, 80. Number is 100. It is in a Itashchalopaha, right? So after that, I think 34101. I think this may be Savuttamasya.
Okay.
Nityam Nitaha
Okay, I'll find it.
3499. 3400 34101. Savuttamasya.
Okay. One that
Sutra is
the other one is art agama will come after the Uttama Purusha.
ಅದು ಒಂದು
Atagama sehi apicha.
That is sip will be replaced by he. That is only that, right? Say he apicha 3487.
3487 sehi apicha. Yes. Sehi
That is for sip will be replaced by he. The other one art agama will come
3492. Aduttamasya picture.
3492. Okay. 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 Dhanyawad.
Thank you, Sharji.
Thank you.